Breaking new details. Police actively looking for a new suspect after a shooting at a homeless shelter in Madison. What we know so far about that investigation.
Plus, COVID deaths in nursing homes. There is a disparity over the numbers. What lawmakers are doing to figure out what happened.
And here comes the rain. We are watching those showers as they begin to increase throughout southern Wisconsin. We'll tell you when the heaviest arrives.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. We start right away this half hour with breaking details from a shooting overnight at the men's homeless shelter in Madison.
Madison police say the person they initially took into custody at the scene no longer believed to be involved. The department says they do believe this person, Ronald E. Stevens, is now the suspect. He's wanted on attempted homicide charges and is considered dangerous.
The shooting happened just before 7:30 last night on First Street. That's just off of East Johnson. Officers were already at the scene at the time, responding to an unrelated medical call when they say they heard some gunshots from inside the building. That is where they found two people. One of those people had multiple gunshot wounds. That person was taken to the hospital for their injuries. We also know an officer did fire their weapon inside the shelter, but Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says that someone had already been shot before the officers went inside.
Let's take a live look now outside the shelter this morning. A much quieter scene at this hour. We know that because an officer was involved, the Department of Justice is investigating the incident. We do not know the condition of the person who was shot. Of course, still developing at this hour. We will continue to bring information as we learn it.
Another shooting we're following this morning, this one from Boulder, Colorado. Law enforcement there says at least 10 people have been killed, including a police officer.
There's a shooter, active shooter, get away!
And he shot towards us like we could feel it, and we just kept going. We just ran.
The shooting happened inside a supermarket, prompting a massive response from local police. Eventually, officers led a man in handcuffs whose leg was bloodied out of the store and into an ambulance. They say that person is the only suspect and the only person who did not die.
We will be here working night and day. We have one suspect in custody. I want to reassure the community that they are safe and that we will try to do our best over the next few hours to identify the victims.
That person was the only person who was injured and did not die. Now, we are expecting to learn more this morning about the shooting in just a few hours. Police have a news conference scheduled. We do know the identity of the officer who was killed, Eric Talley. We know he'd been with the police department since 2010. Rather moving moment right here. A procession was held for the officer last night, with officers lining the streets for miles as his body was taken to the medical examiner.
New details from the scene of last week's spa shooting in Atlanta. The husband of one of the victims was handcuffed by police for 4 hours. Mario Gonzalez told Mundo Hispanico that he was detained in the back of a patrol car. Gonzalez told the Spanish language paper when he asked questions about his wife, police wouldn't respond. He didn't find out she had died for hours. There's been no comment from the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. A GoFundMe campaign for the children of one of the victims in that shooting is at $3 million and counting this morning. According to the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office, 51-year-old Young Jung Grant died of a gunshot wound to the head. She leaves behind 2 young sons. One of them, Randy Park, reportedly set up this page. So far, more than 72,000 people have donated. Park says he put the page up to help pay for rent, food, and monthly bills. Park adds he and his brother have not been able to get their mother's body back to give her a funeral.
A new poll out this morning shows 1 in 4 Americans say they've witnessed Asian people get blamed for the coronavirus pandemic. The USA Today Ipsos poll shows 25% of Americans also reported witnessing anti-Asian harassment in recent weeks. Nearly half of Asian Americans surveyed say that they've seen it.
6:04 now. Let's turn it over to Chris Reese, tracking quite a rainy forecast this week, Chris.
Yeah, we're starting out at least dry for now. We had some of those showers that moved through yesterday evening. We saw a break overnight, but now more of those showers are going to be on the way. In fact, I'm watching a new shower that has just popped up over northern Illinois, and that's going to move to the north as we go through time. But really, it's the bulk of the moisture towards the south. As the sun comes up, that destabilizes the atmosphere just enough for us to see more redevelopment of these showers and thunderstorms. But really throughout southern Wisconsin, we are dry out there for now. Cloudy skies, and we are at 40 degrees. Temperatures for some of us managed to fall into the upper 30s. Lone Rock coming in at 38, Camp Douglas at 37. Meanwhile, Boscobel's at 41, Viroqua at 43, Prairie du Chien coming in at 40 as well. 45 for our friends in Monroe and Janesville this morning. Headed out the door, don't need the sunglasses. You really don't need the coat either. I am going to recommend the umbrella. Even though it may not rain all morning, we're going to see the showers and the wet roads really take hold as we head into the afternoon. So if you're going to be out this afternoon, the umbrella is certainly something that you want. Rain showers really begin to increase, likely between lunchtime and 4 o'clock, but after 4, that's when I really expect the heaviest of the rain to move on through here. Here's some of those showers that are moving in from the south already this morning. Those will continue to work their way northward. This is 4:30. At 4:30, you're driving along 151, Mount Horeb through Dodgeville, Mineral Point, all the way to Platteville. That's where your heaviest rainfall is going to be. That moves northward as we go towards 8 o'clock. So we're talking a solid stretch of several hours where the heaviest rain is coming down, but then it is the off and on showers and thunderstorms all the way through the overnight hours and into tomorrow. Then we see the chilly showers throughout Wednesday and really even into parts of Thursday. That next system comes our way, and that may have a couple of snowflakes mixed in with it as well. So we're turning a little bit colder beyond today and tomorrow. Thursday and Friday highs will be in the 40s. 51 for Saturday. Another system comes in Saturday night into Sunday. That may bring a mix to some snowflakes before we see sunshine returning Sunday afternoon into the start of next week. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at traffic as you are headed out the door on this Tuesday morning. No major issues are showing up. The Beltline is great. So is Stoughton Road. So is the interstate. We love to see it that way. This has been a general trend. The hope is that we can stay this smooth as we go throughout your commute.
All right, sounds good, Chris. Thanks. 6:06 now. Governor Evers is defending correcting numbers when it comes to reporting nursing home deaths due to COVID-19. It comes as Republicans express concerns about data shortfalls. Last week, state health officials attributed 1,000 more COVID deaths from the past year to long-term care facilities. Many of those deaths were simply classified as taking place in an unknown setting. The governor says there's no way for state health officials to immediately know if a random street address was a nursing home. Speaking at a new vaccine clinic in UW-Milwaukee, or on UW-Milwaukee's campus yesterday, Evers says it didn't change the response during the pandemic. Republicans want the Legislative Audit Bureau to investigate.
We were already there working with those nursing homes. If the Republicans want to weaponize the Legislative Audit Bureau, no surprise there. But at the end of the day, it did not impact our outreach and our work with those nursing homes.
45% of COVID deaths in the state are now said to have happened in long-term care facilities. The previous reported figures were 26 to 30%. Congressman Scott Fitzgerald, along with Tom Tiffany, Brian Stile, and others, sent a letter to Governor Evers recently expressing concerns about this reporting. They requested clarification and urged the governor to make sure transparency and accurate information is a priority moving forward. They said, quote, the administration's failure to accurately classify these deaths may have impeded its ability to target medical resources and better inform Wisconsin's vaccination program, possibly costing lives.
You'll soon have a new way to access COVID tests without leaving your home. DoorDash, the delivery service, will begin same-day deliveries across the U.S. It's teaming up with 2 different digital health companies to do this, offering both nasal swab tests and a saliva test kit. The FDA has authorized both for emergency use. DoorDash says tests will be available in a dozen cities across the U.S. before expanding to more locations in the coming months. With nearly 2 million more people now eligible for a vaccine in Wisconsin, you might be having a tough time trying to schedule an appointment. Many places are booked out for the next week. Healthcare providers encourage folks to keep trying. The more people they get through, the more open slots they'll have in the coming days.
Right now, I think, don't be discouraged, don't be dismayed. If you call a site and they say, sorry, we're out, try again. And sooner or later, you'll find someone who has a dose that you can get.
Between SSM Health, UW Health, and Public Health Madison-Dane County, they're able to get through more than 20,000 vaccinations across all of their sites a week. So if you can't get an appointment this week or next week, keep trying and stay patient.
Well, if you get vaccinated against the virus, Staples is offering to laminate the paper card for free. Just bring in your CDC-issued card after you're fully vaccinated, and Staples will laminate it for you until April 3rd. It has locations in Beaver Dam and Monona. So far, no major travel benefits or event attendance has opened exclusively to people who have been vaccinated. That could change, though, in the future, and the card serves as your proof that you're vaccinated. Another reason to keep your vaccine card handy is you can get some free food. Krispy Kreme offering a free glazed donut for anyone with proof of vaccination. The customer must show a valid COVID-19 card to get the freebie. The deal is available at all 369 Krispy Kreme locations across the country. The company says customers can take them up on the offer at any location, any day for the rest of the year. So if you're headed to Milwaukee to get your shot, be sure to stop for a snack in West Allis on your way back. That's right, the Krispy Kreme around here closed some time ago, didn't it? The one in Middleton?
Several years ago, yep.
All right, coming up, it's been a wild year for real estate. Who's in better position right now, buyers or sellers?
And good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Breiter. Ahead in the 608, how a Monona woman hopes to make the area even more dog-friendly as adoptions and sales of dogs are soaring. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
It's the Super 7-Day Sell-Off at Denver Mattress. Right now, get the Doctor's Choice Firm for only $569.99. Or check out the Summit Firm, just $237.49. Plus 5 years, no interest, and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, hurry in and get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus $4,000 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500. Visit ram.com and see your local Ram dealer today.
If Physicians Mutual were a friend of yours, we'd be like Eddie here, loyal, dependable, and always there for you. We'd be the one you'd talk to about retirement, the complexities of Medicare, and the coverage you'd need. We'd listen and give you straightforward answers. Think of us as your devoted retirement friend. At Physicians Mutual, we'll help you find the coverage you need so you can have the retirement you deserve. Oh, good boy.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-905-1069. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-905-1069.
It's the Super 7-Day Sell-Off at Denver Mattress. Right now, get the Doctor's Choice Firm for only $569.99. Or check out the Summit Firm, just $237.49. Plus 5 years, no interest, and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
If you're in the market for a new house, you may be having some trouble, right? It is tough out there right now. So the National Association of Realtors says inventory of homes for sale was at a record low last month. A little over 1 million homes were for sale in February. That is a record drop of about 30% from a year ago. At the same time, the median home price is higher than it was a year ago. While home buyers are struggling, the news is pretty good. If you are trying to sell your house, experts say properties on the market are selling quicker than last year. The White House reportedly getting a $3 trillion jobs plan ready. Economic advisors to President Biden have been putting together the package for weeks. According to people familiar with the plan, it'll come in 2 segments. The first focuses on infrastructure and clean energy. The second centers on the care economy. That's key domestic issues. President Biden still has to review the proposals, and the White House stresses that no final decisions have been made. Sources say, however, the plan could be put forward sometime this week.
The city of Middleton making it to the final 8 in a competition that celebrates communities working to build prosperity. Voting in this round of the Strongest Town contest goes through noon on Thursday. Middleton city officials highlighted a number of their initiatives during the pandemic to get to this stage. Things like encouraging takeout from local restaurants, a business loan program, and promoting accessibility to trails and outdoor spaces. If you'd like to visit strongtowns.org.
Cool.
Mr. Reese, keeping an eye on whether we can go visit some Middleton outdoor spaces today. What do you think?
It's a possibility early on, but those shower chances are going to be increasing, especially as we move into your afternoon. Now, here's radar right now. Things are overall quiet for us. We have some showers back towards the north, but I'll also tell you there's some showers towards the south, right across northern Illinois, that are starting to creep into the picture. We see that cloud cover out there. Temperature-wise, we sit at 40 our wind chill as well this morning. Check out Lone Rock, though. It's at 38. Camp Douglas at 36. Some of us managed to make it into the upper 30s earlier on this morning. In the meantime, Janesville and Watertown are both at 45, 46 in Juneau, and Fond du Lac, of course, Madison coming in right at 40. But here's what happens as we start to look ahead. 44 by 8 o'clock, 53 by 10, 56 by lunchtime. It's right around lunchtime that the spotty showers start to become a little bit more widespread. Here's what happens. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then here we are at 4:30. You see the heavier rain arriving from the south and west. We're going to see more and more of those showers of thunderstorms as we go through the overnight hours and into tomorrow. That likely adds up to about an inch or 2 of rainfall before we track yet another system coming our direction Thursday and into Friday, and then perhaps another one Saturday into Sunday.
6:17 now. Today is National Puppy Day, and here in the 608, a Monona woman is making it her mission to help the community become even more dog-friendly.
She started her business in the last year, and Josh Sprider is here now with her story. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. There's a local dog training company based right here in the 608, which opened in the middle of the pandemic. Their hope is to try and make a positive difference in the time of COVID-19. I had the chance to catch up with Allison Stuffle and her pup Copper, a golden retriever lab mix. She started Copper Ridge Dog Training last year, named after Copper, of course. Here they are running through a couple of tricks at Elver Park on Madison's west side. Growing up with dogs her whole life, Allison's goal is to give people the skills they need to get out of the house and enjoy dog-friendly businesses, especially as adoptions and sales of dogs are soaring during the pandemic.
A lot of people have said, you know, we have the time right now, we're home all day, let's get a dog because we have the time right now. And that's been really fun, but also it's hard working all day from home with a dog that doesn't have the best manners when you're on a Zoom call or trying to help the kids and you also have a dog running around. So we work a lot with what we call the COVID puppies to help with some of those behaviors for people that are working from home with these new dogs.
Stuffle's new dog training program, Patio Pups, is all about supporting dog-friendly bars, restaurants, breweries, and coffee shops. They hope to get people out to practice social skills with their dogs, with the goal of supporting these businesses this summer as patios open up and become increasingly popular during the pandemic. Right now, we also know that if you'd like to learn more about Copper Ridge Dog Training, just go to this story at channel3000.com, and ahead in our next hour, or next half hour rather, she's going to take us through a couple of dog tricks at a place you might not even think about, why she thinks it's important to think outside of the dog park around 6:45, guys.
All right, Josh, I'm curious if this story, if the pandemic in general, has made you rethink the idea of getting a dog. Are you interested?
Absolutely not. I don't have the time or the patience at this point in my life. Not saying it's an absolute no forever, but for right now, nope. But I know you and Zach have been looking for a while, and they are hard to find right now.
They are so hard to find. Everyone wants a dog, right? Everybody wants a companion during the pandemic. So I'm hopeful that we will find one in the coming months. I know you like your shirts and your suits a little too crisp and hairless to be babysitting, so I won't be asking you.
Maybe we can change his mind, though.
Maybe.
I'm not
me.
giving up on that. Thanks, Josh. All right, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Find him on social media at Josh Sprider TV or email him. The address is in the 608 at WISCTV.com. Well, Americans have been putting on a little weight this year, huh? We're talking pandemic pounds when we come back.
And ahead in our next half hour, a live report from a shooting in downtown Madison. We have new details within the last half hour. Stay with us.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Buying your first home is the start of realizing bigger dreams with your family. That's why it's important to protect everything you love with American Family Insurance. Wait, what's that?
It's their dream car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's actually my dream car. And my little dream tire swing with some dream trees. There'd be a nice dream garden right here, too.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape only for $10,995 or $175 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopco Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see. Enjoy our lowest price of the season with 40% off a complete pair of glasses.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In the Fitchburg area, contact Tarkenton Brothers Heating, Ventilating, and Air Conditioning for quality comfort solutions.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. You all guessed who picked this picture.
Shocking.
Me. That's right. I'm kidding. It was Leah.
I'm so obvious. Kevin. You know I love this photo. Beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Big fan. Thanks for sending it in. What's your morning look like? Use the hashtag MyNews3Mornings. We can find and share our favorites right here on the program.
Kevin is officially an overachiever.
I love this photo.
I feel like Kevin is just on staff.
Maybe a brown. He's a bit of a brown noser. Because he knows exactly what he's like. He's the teacher's pet. He knows exactly what Leah wants.
He's a strategist.
Okay.
I commend you, sir.
Great looking picture though, Kevin. I'll give you that. Well, if you put on some pounds during the pandemic, you're certainly not alone. A new study found that some people gained an average of nearly 2 pounds per month when the shelter-in-place orders were in effect. On average, a medical study found that folks gained more than half a pound every 10 days, or about 1.8 pounds a month. The study looked at nearly 7,500 weight measurements from February 1st to June 1st.
Is anyone surprised?
I am a little surprised it wasn't more than like 1.8 pounds a month.
That's true.
But yeah, it's been tough, and especially over the winter. I know this study was done kind of during the first part of the pandemic, but I want to know what those numbers are like over the winter when people were forced to stay inside more because of the weather. I typically gain a few pounds over the winter and then slim down a little bit in the summer. So,
but it's 2021. We gotta shape up, tighten it up.
It's our year.
It is our year, folks. This is our year. All right, Mr. Reese, can we get outside today, do a little running, a little jogging?
You could. You just want to make sure you do that earlier in the morning. Some shower chances are developing, especially just to the south. That'll start to work its way into the picture in a greater spectrum, a greater field, just greater coverage overall as we start to move into the afternoon especially. It doesn't look all that impressive as of now, but the sun coming up heats up the atmosphere. It adds more moisture and instability. You'll see more showers and thunderstorms start to develop. We're at 40 degrees right now underneath that cloud cover. 45 in Janesville, 46 in Mineral Point. Basketball and Prairie du Chien both are coming in at 41. Watoma is at 40 this morning. Here's what happens as you plan the day. We keep a lot of that cloud cover around, 57 by 12, and then we'll really see those showers turning on as we move into the afternoon and evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reese. Stay with us, folks. Your last half hour of News 3 Now This Morning is coming up after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Joe knows that harnessing renewable energy today like we're doing leads to a healthier planet tomorrow.
Joe fights for fair wages for working families because he comes from one.
Joe Parisi apoya programas que mantienen a adultos de edad avanzada libres de caídas y seguros en casa.
Thank you, Joe, for all you do for all of us workers.
Gracias, Joe, por considerar a personas de todas las edades.
Thank you, Joe, for believing there's a better, cleaner way to power the county.
Every child, no matter their zip code, should have access to a great public education. As a former teacher and superintendent, I know what it takes. I've led schools to high student achievement, I've expanded preschool, and I've balanced budgets. My opponent can't be trusted. She's backed by Scott Walker, and she tried to cover up a $500,000 financial scandal. Our kids deserve better. I'm Jill Underly. As state superintendent, I'll always do what's best for our kids.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? And who decides what's right? Is it right for an insurance adjuster to try to get you to settle for less than you deserve? Is it right to let victims struggle to pay their medical bills? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. It means doing what's right for you. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Searching for a shooter. Madison police identifying a new person of interest this morning in a shooting at a shelter on the Near East Side. We have those brand new details.
Showers and thunderstorms are on the way. You'll want your umbrella headed out the door. We're going to time out when that moisture arrives in southern Wisconsin.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, on this Tuesday morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. We have a breaking update from Madison police about that shooting at a men's homeless shelter in Madison that left one person injured. Officers are releasing the name of a new suspect after taking someone else into custody overnight. They believe that person no longer involved. They're now looking for Ronald E. Stevens. He's wanted on attempted homicide charges, and he is considered dangerous.
That shooting happened just before 7:30 last night on First Street. That's between East Wash and Johnson. That was a picture of the new suspect that police are looking for this morning. Police Chief Sean Barnes says that officers were outside the shelter for an unrelated call when they heard gunshots from inside the building. The officers went into the services building and found two people, one with gunshot wounds already, the other the person who has since been cleared in the investigation. Chief Barnes says that an officer did fire their service weapon when they were inside, but they say that the injured person had already been shot before police got there. Since an officer is involved, the Department of Justice is investigating. New this morning, Madison's Finance Committee is backing a proposal to buy a vacant store near Easttown Mall. The plan is to convert it into a permanent men's homeless shelter. The State Journal reports the committee voted 4-0 with 2 abstentions to buy the property, which is on Zaire Road. The price tag is $2.6 million. Dane County and the city of Madison are each going to pony up about $3 million each for this project. The project does need approval, though, from the City Council. If it is approved, it will likely be met with some opposition. A developer has already threatened to drop a nearby luxury housing project if the plan moves forward.
Officers are still working to identify all 10 victims in a mass shooting in Colorado. It happened in Boulder yesterday. As the shooting continued at one side of the store, customers and employees on the other side helped each other to safety.
Somebody had their hand on my back, I had my hand on somebody's back, and we were just saying, go, 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 run. When we got to the back of the store, there were employees who still didn't know what was going on, and we just told them to run.
We know one of the victims is a police officer. Eric Talley was the first at the scene. He'd been with the department since 2010. Officers and community members held a procession for him, with officers lining the streets for miles as his body was taken to the medical examiner. The district attorney says he promises there will be justice, not only for Officer Talley, but for the 9 other victims and their families.
I also want to stress how incredibly sorry I am for all the victims who were killed at King Soopers. These were people going about their day, doing their food shopping, and their lives were cut abruptly and tragically short by the shooter, who is now in custody.
As you just heard, the shooter, again, behind bars and is being treated for injuries. This is the 7th mass shooting in the U.S. in as many days. The Senate committee is actually going to hear new testimony on gun violence in America later this morning. The hearing had been on the schedule before this latest case.
New this morning, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases says AstraZeneca's latest data on its COVID vaccine may be outdated and incomplete. Reuters reports the agency is concerned AstraZeneca may have provided an incomplete view of the vaccine's efficacy. Just yesterday, the company had said its vaccine is 79% effective against COVID and 100% effective in preventing death and severe illness. The NIH is now urging AstraZeneca to work with the U.S. Data and Safety Monitoring Board to review the data and release updated information as quickly as possible.
A program is connecting people in Wisconsin with resources for a wide range of pandemic-related problems. Whether it's for financial worries or health concerns, Project Recovery counselors are ready to be a listening ear. They're Wisconsin residents themselves who can connect people with rental assistance, small business help, or mental health resources.
there's a lot going on, and I feel like everyone's mental health has been impacted in some way, shape, or form, and there shouldn't be this stigma around mental health, and people should seek help when they need it, and we're just here as a resource for those individuals.
The free service can be reached by calling 211 and asking for Project Recovery. We have more information up on channel3000.com.
All right, time right now is 6:34. Let's turn it over to Chris Reese in your first warn forecast, and he is tracking some showers out there. Hey, Chris.
Hey, good morning. I'm tracking a big area of low pressure back across the Texas Panhandle. That's going to be responsible for multiple rounds of rainfall as we move through today, along with into tomorrow and the next day as well. We've been watching radar. Showers of thunderstorms continue to develop towards the south and west. It may not look all that impressive for now, but as the sun comes up, it heats up the atmosphere, leads to more instability, and we'll see more showers of thunderstorms begin to develop. In the meantime, southern Wisconsin is all quiet, but we see the cloud cover out there. Our temperature is at 40 degrees this morning. We were able to drop quite a bit. 45 in Janesville, 40 in Watoma, the Dells at 40. We're at 36 in Camp Douglas this morning and 38 in Black River Falls and Lone Rock. So some of us did make it into the upper 30s, but I'll tell you what, we're going to be warming up. So the umbrella is certainly needed headed out the door. No real need for the sunglasses or a heavier coat, but those rain chances will be on the increase as we move into the afternoon especially. Temperatures will top out right around 57 for your afternoon high. So let's plan the day. Let's take you hour by hour and show you how things begin to plan on out. This is 8 o'clock this morning. And you see the couple of showers that move in from the south. Yes, we have that spotty shower chance pretty much all day long. That's why I want you to have your umbrella all day long. But the true steady stuff, the heavy stuff, that works its way on in later on into the afternoon. 4:30, southwest Wisconsin, that's where the heaviest rain is going to be over you. But it moves towards the north and west as we go throughout that time frame. By 8 o'clock, that heaviest rain now starts to hit our northern counties. And then we'll continue to see the round of showers and thunderstorms as we move through the overnight hours. So this right here is 11 o'clock. You have showers of thunderstorms. Watch what's happening towards the south. That moves towards the north. Now we're at 1:30 in the morning, and we've seen yet another round of showers of thunderstorms. By the way, if you can see this little turn of the wind, here's your area of low pressure back towards the west. Watch how things now begin to rotate from the other direction as we move into Wednesday and Thursday. We call that wraparound moisture. Things get cooler on the backside. This is now Thursday at 7 o'clock in the 30s, but then our moisture starts to work its way on in as we move into Thursday. Perhaps a couple of snowflakes get mixed in with rain or snow as we move into Thursday. But ultimately, folks, we're looking at about an inch, maybe upwards of 2 inches of rainfall in spots before all is said and done. So it's going to be a nice wash of water out there, all that salt, the sand, the grime that we have a good opportunity for a lot of that to get washed away as we go through these next couple of days, only for there to be a chance to see a mix Thursday night into Friday and another mix to snow Saturday night into Sunday. We'll watch that closely and see how things plan out. We'll start next week with sunshine and temperatures into the low 50s next Monday and Tuesday. Traffic-wise, 6:30 this morning. For the most part, things are going to be all good. Once again, our problem area, if you want to call it that, is going to be East Washington Avenue, headed inbound towards the Capitol. That's where we have more of your traffic lights, so you're seeing more brake lights there. Your highways are in great shape all throughout Dane County and Rock County.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Well, today marks 1 year since the bottom of the pandemic-fueled stock market crash. It took about 3 weeks for stocks to fall 30%, which is the fastest drop in U.S. history. But on March 24th, 2020, the Dow jumped 11%, and the rally was on. In the past year, all three indices are up more than 80%.
New data from the IRS shows rich Americans aren't paying their taxes. The IRS says the richest 1% fail to report 20% of their annual income. They use sophisticated evasion techniques to dodge IRS audits, including offshore accounts, real estate businesses, and closely held family firms. The paper estimates about $170 billion in taxes go uncollected.
More students in the Madison Metro School District are going back today. 4K students are the next group to go back under the district's phased reopening. Kindergartners and first graders, as well as second graders, are already back. According to a survey done by the district, more than half of 4K students intend to go back to the classroom today. Third graders are next up. They'll return on April 13th. The Madison School Board considering whether to rename James Madison Memorial High School. The board met last night to discuss a recent proposal from a former student. They want the school to be renamed in honor of Vel Phillips, who was Milwaukee's first woman judge and the state's first black judge. There will be a 30-day period now where others can submit additional proposals for a name change, as well as public comment.
A Madison High School senior is in the national spotlight this morning for his small business. Nabil Hamdan started the World of Bamboo when he was just 16 years old. The company sells bamboo straws and has expanded to sell bamboo toothbrushes, utensils, soap dishes, and other products. He wants to help reduce plastic waste that might otherwise contaminate Madison's lakes. He got first place in a competition called CEOs of Tomorrow and used the $1,000 winnings to get his company off the ground.
What's something I can do that actually is going to make a difference in the world, where I can tell my kids, be like, this is what I was doing, and they'll be like, wow, like, I'm proud of you.
So earlier this month, Hamdan appeared on the Today Show's Small Business Spotlight featuring young entrepreneurs. In college, Hamdan hopes to liquefy the bamboo straw business and then open a real estate firm. 16 years old and doing way more than I've done in my life.
Yeah, talented young man with a bright future ahead of him for sure. Well done.
Very impressed. All right, 6:40 now. Mr. Reese keeping an eye on some showers moving into our area. He's going to update us coming up after the break.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Breiter. Ahead in the 608 this morning, we'll meet a Monona woman who started a business in hopes of making the area even more dog-friendly. That's when we come back. Stay with us.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Lease the 2021 ES250 all-wheel drive for $339 a month for 39 months and won't make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
It's the Mattress Madness sale at Steinhoffel's. Get great deals on all the best mattress brands, like a Queen Beauty Rest Silver mattress for the price of a twin, a free box spring with any Dreams Cool Copper or Cool Touch mattress, or buy a purple hybrid and get a free pillow and sheet set. Make your new mattress more affordable with Steinhoffel's special 60-month financing and free delivery. Only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
Here's to the guy with the tree in his kitchen who can't talk right now because his elderly neighbor needs help. Here's to the generator in the middle of the street with extension cords running to 4 different houses. Here's to the countless acts of kindness that helped the Midwest recover from one of the worst storms in recorded history. You've given a whole new meaning to the term silver lining. The worst brings out our best.
Menards has everything you need to improve your water. Remove unwanted sediments, tastes, and odors from your water supply with OmniFilter Whole House Systems. Over 30 styles are now 11% off. After filtering your water, get softer skin and cleaner clothes with a new Morton water softener. Right now, all water softeners are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get 0% APR financing on the 2021 ES250 all-wheel drive.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Tonight on CBS, it's an all-new night of mysteries, beginning with NCIS at 7, followed by FBI at 8. And at 9, the team welcomes a new member as they begin their hunt for a repeat offender and the child he kidnapped after murdering the boy's single mother on FBI Most Wanted. Then on News 3 now at 10, the latest news and weather you need before you go to sleep tonight.
We are back in the 608 this morning, talking to a local dog training company that opened right in the middle of the pandemic.
Josh Breiter is here now with how the owner is trying to make a positive difference in the age of COVID-19. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. It is National Puppy Day, and of course we love our animals here on News 3 Now this morning, especially our furry friends. I recently had the chance to catch up with Allison Stuffle and her pup Copper. She ran us through some fun tricks on the playground that your dog could benefit from. Well, we're here at Elver Park on a very, very snowy day here in Wisconsin. Allison Stuffle, who do we have here next to us?
So this is Copper. 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 Come here, babe. Copper is my dog. He works with us with all of our training dogs, and he's who we named the business after.
So talk about your business, because Copper is kind of what started all of this for you guys.
We adopted Copper about 5 years ago now, and he is the reason I got into dog training, because he had a lot of behavior issues that we didn't know how to work with. And so we sought out local trainers and just really got to work with him on his behaviors. And that's when I realized that I really love training and working with him. So he is kind of the reason that I am here and why we get to help work with other dogs.
So you started Copper Ridge Dog Training a year ago, right at the start of the pandemic, and how have things been going for you so far?
They've been going pretty well. The first year obviously was really slow, because just trying to start a business is hard in itself. Trying to start a business in the middle of a pandemic is very challenging. So we have really learned a lot of new things about pivoting and just changing the way that we do things, but we're having a lot of fun with it.
So as far as training goes and tricks, I mean, you can do really about anything, right? And
yeah.
We're here at the playground now, and this is one of your favorite places, one of Copper's favorites too.
Yeah, playgrounds are awesome because you know, training, oftentimes people just think like, come, sit down, heel, but it can be so much more than that. So I love taking dogs out to playgrounds because we can really do a lot, just getting them up over equipment, through it. It's a great way to build confidence with dogs, and they have a lot of fun doing it too, so they don't really realize that they're learning. Let's go. There we go, good boy. Break. Good, come on. Come here. Down. Good. Copper, come. Good boy. So moving objects are actually really great too, because it's weird for a dog. Sit. Sit. So even just getting them on an object and moving it around, it's a really great way to build confidence in a dog. Good boy. Break. Good job. Good boy.
You know, why is it so important? We obviously live in a very outdoorsy city. Madison's very dog friendly. Why is it important to kind of follow up with some of this extra training here?
It's so important just to make sure that our dogs feel really comfortable in environments like this. A lot of dogs, you take them out in public and they're a little bit nervous, they're unsure, there's a lot of new people or noises that they're just not used to. So spending the time just kind of having fun in these weird environments really helps build their confidence and teach them that the world isn't such a scary place and we can actually just have a lot of fun with it.
All right, Allison with Copper Ridge Dog Training, yeah. And of course Copper. It doesn't get any better than this, guys.
Good boy.
If you'd like to learn more about Copper Ridge Dog Training, just look for the story at channel3000.com. Now, if you look at that video, you'd probably think, boy, was this shot about 2 months ago? Nope, this was just later last week after we just got that snowfall, guys. Crazy how Wisconsin weather can really change here this time of the year.
What would it take, Josh, for you to get a dog?
Good question.
Oh, goodness. We're going back to this again.
We are.
You know, I had a dog growing up, and we had a pretty traumatic experience with how the dog ended up passing away, and I've still not gotten over that even like 10 years later. But I think it's also hard to, you know, living alone. I travel a lot. I'm never home. I just kind of worry that it would not get the attention that it would need. I love animals. I love them. I love to be able to come back to my space that is hair-free. You know, I'm OCD. I don't like all of the hair, and I also don't want any experience of them like going to the bathroom in my home. Just if there's a little accident, that stuff kind of gets me every time, guys.
All right, understandable.
Josh Breiter is a very clean man. I do cross him off the list as a dog sitter, that's for sure. Thank you very much, Josh. All right, 6:48. Let's turn over to Chris Reese. If you got any dogs, they might be tracking in the mud today.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm very much with Josh on that, because I was looking at a dog yesterday on the Humane Society website, and I was like, nope, I can't do it. I can't do it. I actually am so close. But I'll dog sit We like dogs, but nonetheless, they're going to be muddy today, especially as those showers of thunderstorms get rolling on through. Here's our resolution radar right now. You're like, Chris, what? There's not even much showing up on the radar. All right, fine. Let me show you things back towards the south and west. We see more and more of those showers starting to develop. They will continue to increase in coverage and intensity as we move through the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. We're at 40 degrees in Madison right now. Most of us have our temperatures into the low and mid 40s this morning. We'll warm up into the 50s, but those shower chances really begin to pick up, especially after lunchtime, and they become much more widespread into the afternoon and evening.
All right, thank you, Chris. 6:49. Stick around. The morning sprint is coming up after the break.
But first, it's March 23rd. We want to say happy birthday to Aiden and all the kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
There are endless ways to see the world. But when it comes to actually getting there and experiencing every soul-changing corner of it, there's only one. The Jeep Cherokee.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 84 months or $4,750 total cash allowance on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Breathe easy. Contact AirServe for quality AC repair. Finally, a heating and cooling company you can count on.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
You expect students to make a mess in schools, but the superintendent, under Deb Kerr's leadership, the Brown Deer School District was a financial mess. Kerr's district's accounts were overdrawn by $500,000, slamming her district with late fees. And instead of firing the employee responsible, he was given paid leave, costing taxpayers $136,000 more to pay him to do nothing. Scandals, cover-ups, taxpayer money wasted. Deb Kerr, the wrong choice for state school superintendent.
So if we're going to spend a third of our lives sleeping, shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the Super 7-Day Sell-Off, save big on the Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $569.99. Check out the budget-friendly Summit Firm for only $237.49. Or save $300 on Tempur Breeze and Lux Adapt mattresses and get a $300 gift, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere XUV 500 for just $163 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team for your most accurate forecast.
Welcome back. It's 6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We have a breaking update to the shooting at the men's shelter on Madison's Near East Side. In an update posted online, Madison Police say that the person initially taken into custody at the scene is no longer believed to be involved. The department says they believe this person on your screen, Ronald E. Stevens, is the suspect. He is wanted this morning on attempted homicide charges and is considered dangerous. This shooting happened just before 7:30 last night on 1st Street between East Wash and Johnson. You are taking a live look at the scene right now. Madison police say that officers were outside of the shelter for an unrelated medical call when they heard gunshots from inside the building. The officers went in to check it out, and they found 2 people, one with gunshot wounds, the other who is the person who has since been cleared in the investigation.
Chief Barnes says an officer fired their gun while they were inside that building, but that the person injured had already been shot by the time officers arrived. Since a police officer is involved, the Department of Justice is investigating.
10 people dead this morning, including a police officer in a mass shooting at a supermarket in Boulder, Colorado. 51-year-old officer Eric Talley is the only victim that's been identified so far. Officers say the suspect was injured and has been arrested. Police didn't say whether the suspect has any connection to the store. This is the 7th mass shooting in the U.S. in as many days.
The U.S. Supreme Court will consider reinstating a death sentence for the Boston Marathon bomber. The court has agreed to hear the Justice Department's case against Jozar Tsarnaev. He and his brother set bombs off at the 2013 Boston Marathon, killing 3 spectators and injuring hundreds. He did receive the death penalty, but a federal appeals court vacated the sentence in July.
We're less than a week out now from opening statements in the Derek Chauvin trial. The court has seated 14 jurors. The judge wants at least one more, though, before the trial begins on Monday. The judge hopes to have a total of 12 jurors and 3 alternates. Chauvin is the former Minneapolis police officer accused of killing George Floyd.
Police officers with the Wauwatosa Police Department now have body cameras. The department says they'll be used during any enforcement or investigative incident. The push for cameras follows protests over former officer Joseph Mensah, who shot and killed 3 people in the 5 years he was on duty with that department. He was cleared of any wrongdoing in all 3 shootings. He now works for the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office.
There is growing pressure this morning for the Biden administration to address the crisis at the southern border. A record number of unaccompanied children are continuing to cross from Mexico. The U.S. currently holding 16,000 children, many in overcrowded facilities. To make room, the San Diego Convention Center will be converted into a shelter. ICE has also partnered up with nonprofits to house families in Arizona and Texas.
Design a Spring, the Merrimack Ferry is open for the season. The free ferry takes cars, bikes, and pedestrians between Sauk and Columbia counties. The ride across the Wisconsin River, right around 7 minutes long. There are COVID precautions in place, including encouraging passengers to stay in their vehicles, socially distance, and to wear face coverings.
A first warning traffic note for you. Part of East Doty Street off of the Capitol Square is going to be closed for the next few days. Crews are moving the big crane there at the construction site. The closure is scheduled to last until about 8 o'clock on Thursday night. Traffic's going to be detoured to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and onto Main Street.
We are watching showers develop back towards the south and west this morning. That'll be a part of a big rainmaker moving into this afternoon. For now, temperatures are at 44 degrees. We are warming on up. 45 in Janesville right now, 38 in Lone Rock. But as you plan your day, those rain showers are on the increase, especially after lunchtime. Temperatures top out around 57.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reese. And thanks for joining us, folks. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.